Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here this morning for Zombieland Saga, episode 10. I'm actually watching this before Karakuri Circus. That's the power of the last two episodes. The last two episodes have been really good. I am actually watching this before Karakuri Circus. Normally I watch Karakuri first. So, it is early morning and I just got out of the shower and made some tea and... Ooh, that's pretty good. It's sort of chai now. I've added, I looked up the ingredients in chai. And I realized I was about halfway there, so I added some cardamom, which I happen to have. I don't know, I've got a weird bag of assorted spices. Added some cardamom, and I added some black pepper. And... yeah, it's kind of like chai. But it's coffee tea. Hey, that's pretty good.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Alright, so, we're on Zombieland Saga episode 10. I get the feeling that this is going to be an episode focused on Yugiri and her past and stuff. Which is interesting because she is from the Meiji era. Actually, when did she live and die? Do we know? No, not my end, my list. The Zombieland Saga wiki, please. Age. Age? Okay. So she was from 1863 to 1882. Wow, she's only 19? Girl, you looking fine. Okay, so 1863 to 82, and the Meiji period was from 1868, so she would have been 5-ish? Yeah, to 1912. So she died in the early Meiji period. The Meiji period is an interesting time for Japan. It's when Japan started opening its borders and becoming westernized, and it's the time of the Meiji Restoration. And it's of course named after the Meiji Emperor, Meiji Emperor. But it's when everything was reformed and the samurai went out the window and the old went out the window and the new nobility was built. So they went from a standard like shogun and samurai system to a Western-based system with like earls and counts and stuff like that. And that was a pretty big shakeup for society. So I wonder if we're going to get any interesting stuff there. And she was a courtesan, so a high-class prostitute, let's say, basically. We'll see if that plays a role at all. I kind of doubt that they'll bring that in, but hey, they brought in transgender stuff, so I don't know. Right, but that makes sense for the period because, as I said, they switched to a new nobility and a real central court at Kyoto and stuff like that. So, was it at Kyoto? No, it was relocated from Kyoto to Tokyo at that time. Okay, interesting. So this could be a very interesting episode. It could reference the body of work that's of like period dramas that were produced in Japan in the 1950s onward. I would expect it to. I would expect that we're going to get some references to classical period dramas because they're a huge part of Japanese cinematography, and it seems like that's the natural choice. There aren't that many Meiji period specific films. but I get the feeling that we're going to get some references, and I might not catch them. So if you catch references and I don't catch them, let me know in the comments. You guys have let me know about a bunch of the references from last episode, and that was really cool. So I appreciate it. Anyway, if you like this video, like this video. If you're not subbed and you want more, you can do that. And if you are subbed and you're not getting notifications, the bell can help, supposedly. Also, if you want the full picture-in-picture version, or you just want to support this channel and what I do, patreon.com/Teeaboo. It is super helpful, and I mean, it's literally my sole source of income and the reason that I can eat this month. I've got eggs, and I've got pork, and I've got some onions and stuff, and all of that was paid for with Patreon money. I very literally would be starving without Patreon. So some good stuff, and it just keeps growing. It's kind of amazing. I'm ecstatic about that. It's fantastic. Someday I will be able to buy things for the channel that I really need, like a new hard drive. But I'm not rushing it. I'm just super happy that I get to eat, and what that means is that I don't have to take a break from doing the channel or slow down in any way to go and find other legitimate work, which is amazing. I didn't do a syncy click. I have to do a syncy click, otherwise it'll be harder to sync the audio. Okay, that's done. So without further ado, let's get into Zombie Rando. Got hair over my ears. Zombie Rando Saga. Yeah, let's get into this episode and see what it's all about. As with everything, if you are watching this on YouTube, you'll be watching the timer-based version. There will be a beep beep timer that will go boop 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 beep, and on the beep and the green light, that's when Crunchyroll, that's the exact frame that Crunchyroll starts playing on my screen. So if you're syncing up with your own media, that's when you want to do it. Otherwise, there's a little sub box that'll be down over here-ish. Alright, let's get into this episode. Let's see what we got. Timer goes here. Hey. So how do we build to it? Ooh, it's a cricket. Mmm. This is really tasty. Mmm. Mmm. Everybody's problems are being resolved. Yep. You will be saved for the finale, obviously. It's a solo concert. Eh? Okay. Oh, I can't wait for the Thai episode. I hope we get a Thai episode. Hmm. The timing's all off. It's gonna be a bad idea. She's going overboard. Oh my god. Yodelay. No. Uh. Okay. I really hope that one of the characters ends up fighting a bear. That would be some classic shit. Yep, lots of sap. Wait, why was she all made up when... Oh, no, they're all made up. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah. Yeah, guess it doesn't matter. What? Oh, okay. What? You made a bow? Nope. How did you make the bow? How'd you make the bow? I've made bows. It's not that easy. It's actually really hard. Whoa. Don't overdo it, though. Huh. Huh, they made an igloo. Sort of. More like a snow hut. Oh my gosh. Of course. Where's the mom? Where's the mama boar? Okay, good point. Which of them is gonna fall into the trap? Wait. Definitely the daddy boar. No, it wasn't. This reminds me more than anything else of the moose lion in Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna lick her or something. She is dead, though. Go, Ty! Just got her head bit off by a boar. You sure about that? I'll bet there's a lesson here. Plop. Alright. Okay. She's panicking. Why though? What? Why? That is your fault. Why though? Okay. Okay. Hey. Ne. Mm. Mm. Everybody's trying. Is she gonna remember? Oh, yeah. You best focus up. All right, here we go. That was an interesting zoom. Yes, you have. It's a team. Wait, this is the intro episode. She gonna get hit by a car? Yup. Shot for shot. Who's driving? Rando. Okay. She gonna remember because of that? Probably. Wow, it's got a butthole. They drew a butthole on Romero. She remember? She remembers. Ooh, this ominous music. She's forgotten all of the time spent as a zombie. Oh, that's pretty good. That was great. I'm gonna skip the ED. I know what it'll be. It'll be dealing with that. Yeah, okay, that was great. I was totally wrong about it being a Yu-Gi-Oh! Focused episode, except for the portion where Tatsumi is like sitting, drinking, depressed. You know? That was sort of courtesan-y, but it didn't really matter. And honestly, her dancing there was out of place, and because of that, played for laughs. Pretty fun. The whole let's do a mountain training episode was pretty fun and tongue-in-cheek. The scene with the boar and her stuck in the floor was cute and good. And as I said, it reminds me quite a bit of Saga stuck in the crack and like the moose lion from Avatar: The Last Airbender. I doubt that it's a reference to that, but that's what it reminds me of. The boar chomp on her head was excellent and unexpected. And the whole plot of the episode was was pretty good. She gets too into it and starts looking down on everyone else, thinking that they're not into it enough, when really they're just doing what they need to survive. Well, I guess they would all survive anyway, because they're zombies. But, yeah, it was pretty cute. It's pretty cute. My biggest problem with this episode was, where the fuck did she get the bow? Like, you can't just make a bow. You really can't. You need tools. And string. Ah! But if it's not clear, that's like a ridiculously minor thing, and it's completely hand-waved. Like, it doesn't matter. So I'm not actually mad about it. I'm just like, where did the bow come from? This makes me... What the fuck? It's really quite time-consuming. You have to get the arms of the bow to flex at the same rate, and I only care about this because I've made bows, and it's hard, and I've failed at a lot of them. Like, okay, I did this in a late night, but let me just do this. It doesn't matter. Like, I've got this flat bow that I made, and you can see it's not strung because you don't want to keep tension in a bow. But you can see it's got a curve to it. I got this standard flat bow that I made out of walnut, and it's a pretty good bow. It's got a fiberglass backing, just fiberglass drywall tape actually, and paint. And it works pretty well. I'm not going to string it up because it's really quite hard to string. But you can see that the string is a good bit shorter than the bow itself, and would have some good tension. But then I also made... That was the first bow that I ever made. And then this was a failure. I carved out this cool handle, and you can see it's got the fiberglass backing to it, but this was supposed to be a quite a bit larger and quite a bit more serious. It's the same wood. It's also walnut. As far as I can tell. Yeah, the grain looks like walnut. But it snapped during what do you call it? Oh, I forget what you call it. There's a part of the process where you put the bow on a thing, and I built a thing for it, and you put a string on it, and you stretch it, and you bend it, and then you look at how the two sides are bending, and you put like a flat, straight edge across it, and you look at how the two sides are bending, and then you shave down the sides. You just shave them down, in order to ensure that it bends evenly on both sides, and so that the stresses are evenly distributed. And it snapped during that process. So I shaved it down into, like, I don't even know what this is supposed to be. It's not useful, but it's like a random sharp stick. And on one side I etched into it, this failure is step 1. Oh no, the first one is learning. You fucked up. Now go try again. And then this failure is step 1. And then I took the failure there, and I went and I made this bow, which also failed, but for different reasons. So this one is way more ambitious. I took some sheets of bamboo. You can see the layers in there. I took this is bamboo flooring for the back of the bow. I guess this is the back of the bow. Yeah. The part that faces, it's weird, but the part that faces forward away from you is the back of the bow. So it's bamboo flooring, which is higher tension than general wood. And then this is maple. And then in between there are sandwiched some layers of the same walnut for the handle section. And to create part of the gentle recurve that you can sort of see in there. Yeah, you can see that, right? You can see that this is recurved. But the layers separated. The epoxy that I used wasn't strong enough, or I messed something up with it. And so the layers separated and it became unusable. I might peel off this bamboo and sand it down and try and redo it, but I don't have the time or really care about bowyery anymore. Anyway, random random aside about Teeaboo. I do a lot of woodworking, like a surprising amount of woodworking, because my father is a carpenter, basically. So I have access to a full wood shop, and so I can just do stuff like that, and always have. I've grown up around it. Yeah. I mean, you can see that these guys are all on really, really janky stands that I drill holes into and sand out. Really simple stuff, but I like woodworking. It's quite a bit of fun. Anyway, yeah, so weird aside. This episode was fun. This was good. It was good. It was not on the level, not even close to the level of the last two. The Lily episode was awesome and deep feels, and the Saiki episode was awesome and reference filled and Yankee. So like, that's awesome. This episode was not so much focused on one of the characters, which I thought was kind of sad, because I was expecting it to be focused on Yugiri, and I guess she had her time in the episode, but I was hoping that it would be focused on her. But it was really more of a Sakura-focused episode. And team stuff. Okay, cool. I'm going to wrap it up. I've been Teeaboo. This has been Zombieland Saga, episode 10, right? We're on 10. Oh, before I go, I just want to check on Mal. How many episodes are there supposed to be for this show? What's it scheduled for? 12. Okay, so this is a 12-episode series. So there are only 2 more episodes of Zombieland Saga. We're gonna need to run a poll to fill this spot. And it is Thursday. So I would like a thriller, an actual thriller, because I don't actually have a thriller on my Thriller Thursday. So I will be running a poll soon for a new show, preferably a psychological mystery thriller type thing for Thursdays. So if you want to vote in that poll, first off, keep an eye out for it. I do the polls in 2 stages. So the first stage will be open, and it will be done through a site called Polly, Poll.ly, and I'll make a video about it. But Polly lets anyone submit new poll items, right? So using Polly to do the first stage of the poll lets anyone who's a viewer submit new shows that could go in the lineup, and I can admin it, so I'll just be watching the poll and I'll delete things that don't make sense or things that I've already seen. But anyone can add things and anyone can vote on things, and that'll be the first stage of the poll. And then the poll will turn into the second stage, so I'll run that poll for about a week, and then at the end of the week, I'll take the top 2 or 3, depending on how the votes shake out. I'll take the top 2 or 3, and I will put them into a patron-only poll for $1 patrons and up, and that will make the final decision on which show I end up watching. So, and what I do generally, what I did for Sakamoto and Saiki, which were the 2 contenders for the last one, is I watched episode 1 of both shows and released both of them at the same time as the patron-only poll. So, I'll try to keep it to 2 top contenders, and what I'll do is I'll watch episode 1 of both of them, I'll release them both for patrons, and then y'all can vote, and then once the votes are in, I will see which one wins, and whichever one wins, I will release episode 1 of that for YouTube, and the second episode will become early access on Patreon. Does that make sense? Okay. In any case, we'll be polling for a new Thursday show once this ends. I'll probably start the poll a week before episode 12 of this, so next week is when the poll video will have to go up. Okay, just gotta get this in my head and think about scheduling it out and all that jazz. Anyway, I've been Teeaboo. This has been Zombieland Saga, episode 10. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Peace!